before we let you go, Marius, I have to ask about Como. They are the club that everyone's interested in Serie A. They had a lot of good news in this market value update. Their market value, the squad market value increased by 39 million euros. According to my math, that means their squad has increased by 107 million euros this season, more than any Serie A club. 4 of the top 20 biggest winners in the update were Como players. For anyone who hasn't had a chance to watch Como and maybe takes from time to time a look at the Serie A league table and is surprised to see them sitting 4th and potentially playing in the Champions League next season, who are the players for football fans to keep an eye on and get excited about in this team?
Like, the one obvious choice is, of course, Nico Paz, who didn't get an update this season because he was at kind of a low point in the season for the last couple of weeks, but he got a lot of upgrades in the past and over the last couple of months, but he will probably be rejoining Real Madrid in summer. But they have a lot of like really exciting talent. The whole squad is not like on Monaco or Stuttgart or whatever level young, but like the starting players, apart from 1 or 2 defenders, are all between, I think, 19 and 24, and they really have like this big scouting division. They rely a lot on data driven scouting, and they got all these top level experts like from the Netherlands and Belgium and stuff the other clubs did for a while now, but in Italy sometimes it always runs a little bit slower, like the innovations coming in, and they did that. It always helps when you have like an unlimited amount of money at your disposal. They have these investors from Indonesia, tobacco moguls, very rich people. It will be interesting to see how UEFA handles this case, because they didn't sell anyone over the last couple of years and always just got players in. So we have to see if they can spend a lot of millions from the Champions League in the summer. But unless they don't have to provide like transfer income for UEFA, they won't need to sell anyone because they have the money. They all have long contracts, and they got this project going. I think even Cesc Fabregas, he will be very ambitious to coach when there's an opening, but when he can play with Como and Champions League, maybe they can persuade him to stay for another 1 or 2 years. And now I didn't even talk about the players. One who's got a big upgrade is Anastasios Douvikas, is a 26-year-old center forward from Greece. He went up from 10 million to 18 million. They even bought him for a fee higher than his market value last year, but we were kind of we wanted to wait a bit, because in the beginning he wasn't like consistently playing in the starting 11, but now he's I think he's the second best goal scorer in Serie A right now. They won 5 games in a row, and he also started scoring against top clubs, against Roma, for example, who they will have to beat in the table to get to the Champions League, which they are doing at the moment. And yeah, he's got a big upgrade. Like I said, from 10 to 18 million. Another one is Adrian Lado, who I didn't even see him play yet. He came in the winter from Sweden, from his home country, and he was just 1 million, cost 10 million, and we raised him to that number because it feels like when Como is spending this money on a player who's 18, they really know what they're doing. As you can like look at the players they signed in the past, like Diao or Jesus Rodriguez. He has to be a big talent to make them spend this kind of money. And There's more like Jacobo Ramon update from 18 to 25 million. They bought him from the second team of Real Madrid, and now he's one of the most promising defenders in Serie A. I think maybe after the World Cup he will play a role for the Spanish national team too. I don't know how this what it is with the other defenders in Spain right now, but I think they have to nominate him. And really for me the most interesting case right now is Martin Baturina. He's a Croatian attacking midfielder, and he's maybe the most or one of the most lethal players in Serie A at the moment. He came in summer from his home country, and they spent big on him, and he took his time to adapt, and they gave him the time. I think other clubs would have maybe gone for a sale in winter because he didn't deliver for 6 months. But now he's there, and he's scoring 5 goals in the last last 8 matches, I think. And he's really there now. He's still young, 23. And he went up to 24 million from 18. Yeah, it's like the perfect example from of what they are doing on the transfer market and how they turn those players into really, really vital players for their system, and those players are bringing them definitely to the European Cup, maybe to Champions League.